Holy Thursday, a night of love, humility, and divine mystery. On this sacred evening, Jesus Christ gathered with his 12 disciples for the Last Supper, a meal that would forever change the course of history. But why did this meal happen? Why do we celebrate it every year during Holy Week? Today, we explore the story of the Last Supper, its connection to the Passover, and how it fulfills God's promise from the Old Testament to the New. The Last Supper took place in Jerusalem during the Jewish festival of Passover. Passover commemorates the time when God freed the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. Families would gather, prepare a lamb, eat unleavened bread, and remember God's saving power. It was a festival of liberation, gratitude, and faith. Jesus, being Jewish, followed this tradition. But on this evening, he gave it a deeper, eternal meaning. By choosing Passover for his final meal, Jesus was connecting the story of God's salvation in the Old Testament with the salvation he himself would bring in the New. Jesus invited his 12 closest disciples to the upper room, a simple, quiet place where they could eat and reflect. There was excitement, but also an unspoken tension. Jesus knew that in just a few hours, his journey would take him to the cross. Yet, even in the shadow of suffering, he wanted to leave them a gift, a lesson, and a promise. This gathering was not only a meal, but a sacred moment where history, faith, and love converged. During the meal, Jesus took the bread, blessed it, and said, "This is my body." Then he took the cup of wine and said, "This is my blood." For the disciples, this was revolutionary. The bread and wine were ordinary, yet Jesus transformed them into something extraordinary, the promise of his presence, his sacrifice, and the new covenant. Through the Eucharist, Jesus gave his followers a way to be spiritually nourished, to remember him, and to participate in his mission of love and salvation. This was the first Holy Communion, a sacrament that continues to unite Christians across the world today. But Jesus did not stop at the Eucharist. He humbled himself further. He took off his outer garment, poured water into a basin, and knelt before his disciples. He began to wash their feet, a task reserved for servants. Peter protested, but Jesus explained, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." In this act, Jesus taught the disciples, and all of us, the power of humility, service, and love. To follow him is to serve others, even when it is difficult or uncomfortable. To understand the full meaning of the Last Supper, we must look at the Old Testament. Passover, celebrated for generations, recalled the Israelites' liberation from Egypt. The blood of the lamb on the doorposts saved them from death. Every Passover meal points forward to Jesus' sacrifice, a bridge between God's promise and its fulfillment. Even in this holy moment, Jesus revealed the human struggles ahead. He told his disciples that one of them would betray him. Judas Iscariot would soon hand him over to the authorities. Yet, Jesus spoke with love, not anger. His focus was not on revenge, but on preparing his followers for the path of faith, forgiveness, and courage. The Last Supper was both a celebration and a farewell, a moment of instruction, love, and prophecy. Every year on Holy Thursday, Christians around the world remember the Last Supper. We celebrate it because it was the night Jesus gave us the Eucharist. It taught us humility and service. It prepared his disciples for the coming sacrifice of the cross. Holy Thursday is a reminder that love often comes with sacrifice, that true leadership is service, and that God's plan of salvation spans from the Old Covenant to the New. As we reflect on Holy Thursday, let us remember the lessons of the Last Supper. To love unconditionally, to serve humbly, and to trust in God's promise. May this sacred night inspire us to live with faith, gratitude, and compassion. Holy Thursday is not just a memory of the past, It is a call to action for today.